You've no doubt heard the saying that one man's junk is another man's treasure, and it certainly is true for a company that specializes in the removal and hauling of junk. Also true that military veterans can become owners of one of these company franchises. The firm is called J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling, and it plans to expand its presence in the Pittsburgh market. J-Dog is the only franchise in America exclusively offered to veterans and military families. Jerry Flanagan, CEO and founder of J-Dog, is here. Andrew Weins, a veteran of the United States Army Reserves, is a J-Dog franchise owner. Gentlemen, first of all, thank you for your service to our country.
Cool.
Secondly, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Well, we'll start with you. Milwaukee is home for you now, right?
Yes, it is.
Still in the reserves,
Yep.
in the Army, and yet at the same time owning your own business.
Absolutely.
As reservists, you see an awful lot of people who are wearing 2 and 3 different hats, right? I mean, you're going a lot of different directions. But why does this company make sense for you as a reservist who's still involved?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I enjoy my military service. Now that I'm back home, I can continue serving the reserves and own a business. And it also gives me that flexibility. If I have to leave away to do reserve training, I can let the business in my brother's hands who owns it with me. In the same token, when I want that time to dedicate to my business, I have it available. So it's a good, really good balance for me.
How did you find out about this? Where did you first hear about J-Dog?
So I was doing a research paper as I was finishing up my degree program, and I was talking about launching a business and what the best way to do it. And I was looking at different avenues to go junk removal, and the benefits to go J-Dog outweighed basically any other option, whether I would go another franchise route or try to launch a brand and a business on my own.
So how did you first get interested in junk removal or hauling in general? Was that a niche that you had targeted?
No, so I grew up more or less working on a farm and then also in my parents' backyard. So I've been taking apart lock sets since I was 5, 6 years old. So anything when it comes to repurposing and recycling has always been of interest. And then working in the community, whether it's the church or civic organizations, I like helping people in junk removal and hauling. It doesn't sound classy, but it's a way to impact the community.
Well, it's something that they can't do, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think that's what it comes down to, Mr. Flanagan, is that you're doing something and providing a service that a large percentage of your people, they don't have a truck to haul it. They don't have the physical strength to move it. Is that sort of the crux of the business?
Yeah, and it's also about respect, integrity, and trust. Customers want to support a military veteran owned business, and they welcome us into their homes. Going on Craigslist or hiring some national corporations to have anybody walking in their homes, that's a very tricky scenario. So they really get behind having a military veteran owned business coming into their home and performing the duties that we serve.
And the company is based in Philadelphia originally, is that right?
Yes, just outside of Philadelphia.
Just outside of Philly, into 35 states. How long did it take to grow to 35 states?
Just under 3 years.
In 3 years, you went from startup in Philly to now being in 35 states.
That's correct. Over 200 signed territories right now, and there's no end in sight. We think there's about 1,200 territories out there. So our goal now is to find veterans that want to be business owners, have equity in a business, and hire fellow veterans.
How do you find somebody like Mr. Weins? How do you find those people?
We go after the GI Job magazines, recruit military, and we do have a tremendous website that we do have out there, that we do have certain keywords that bring in people that are veterans that are looking for work, or people that want to support veterans.
So you're an Army guy. You'll take someone from the Navy and from the Marine Corps and the Air Force, right? I mean,
We represent
both Army guys, right?
We represent every branch so far.
Coast Guard too?
Coast Guard, we're trying to get a Coast Guard. So if there's anybody out there that's a Coast Guard, we would love to have you.
Right. But tell me a little bit about the business itself. What do you do what is your day in terms of a Monday morning you come in? What do you do?
So my day is a little bit different because I have a staff.
Right.
But my day typically goes out, I'm doing a lot of estimates, I'm doing a lot of cold calling, I go to networking events, things of that nature. I'm also going out and doing jobs. At the end of the day, if there's a job that needs to be done, I go on and do the jobs, I help the crews, I'm training my guys. We have a staff of 10 full-time employees plus 2 part-timers. So our ops manager and our truck commanders, really they take the bulk of the work off my plate. So it's my job to manage the business.
So when it comes to franchisees, what are you providing to them? Is it a business model? Is it a plan? What do they get from you?
A playbook.
Okay.
A successful playbook that they don't have to go out and reinvent the wheel. We teach them everything in a 5-day training course. It's a proven system. So when they come on board, we create their website page. We teach them how to use SEO, organic search engine, how to save money, how to get right to making money. That's what we do as a franchise system.
And so then what do they haul? What are these guys carrying away?
Let me let Andy answer that question for you. He's the expert.
It's a simple answer. We haul everything but hazardous waste, chemicals, and spouses. I'll take anything else.
Have you had people ask about
Every day.
spouses?
Every day.
I would imagine.
And mother-in-laws, that's the other one.
That one also. Now, But is it steel and wood? And I mean, does it make a difference what the material is?
No, so we haul it all, but it does make a little bit of a difference in how we haul the junk. So our goal is to keep it out of landfill. So as we load our trailers by hand and unload them by hand, we're staging the items. And as we leave the customer's location, we're then taking it either to a sorting commercial property, or we take them right to donation centers, scrap yards, recycling facilities. And in my background in environmental services, you develop relationships so you know the next best place to take things so they don't enter the waste stream.
Got it. And finally, Mr. Flanagan, how much does the military training make a difference in the success of these businesses?
It makes all the difference. This is not an easy job. It's a simple job, but it's not easy. This is hard work. You got to get up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, you answer the call.
And whenever it calls come in, you're
7 days a week,
you
need to be on it.
Right. What about organizational skills? I mean, again, something that you learned in the military that has to be critical.
Absolutely. You have to know logistics. You have to know how to train, coach, and mentor individuals. And you have to know how to take a lot of information, discern it, and then execute a plan.
Is this something that you would encourage other military people to look into? Is this for everybody, meaning everybody who is military? Will they succeed in this, or is it only for certain types of people, do you think?
I think anybody that has military experience can be successful. You still have to have that entrepreneurial spirit. So for everybody, absolutely not. But for someone that wants to get into business and doesn't know the next best step, this is a great opportunity.
So just like owning a business isn't necessarily for everybody.
Absolutely.
Right. It's a skill set that obviously you have. Andy, again, thank you for your service to our country and being here. Jerry, very much appreciated.
Thank you, sir.
35 states in a matter of 3 years. That's doing something right. Welcome to Pittsburgh.
Thank you.
You guys are here.
Thank you.
As we continue on the Sunday Business page, we've got more. We're going to talk about women fighting poverty and fighting unemployment. We'll tell you exactly how